just send him stuff. You had 30 days to return it or you got to pay for it. So at the end of his life, he has an apartment full of junk that he's paying on. When we got the word that he died, my father and I had to go to the hospital to make arrangements. My father's sister and her siblings, those ends, went to his apartment and began fighting over stuff that he was paying for. When we get there to settle, look for papers and settle business, I told you, Heifer, I was getting the wash and dry. You better go in the other room. He ain't even in the ground. Ain't nobody crying, ain't nobody mourning over granddad, dad. We're fighting over stuff that he is yet, this ain't even paid for. So you jokers are in here stealing, because you ain't gonna pay no bills. You fighting over stuff that don't even belong to you. And of course, as a young kid, I'm sitting going, wow, look at my family. My aunt, who's a registered nurse, graduated from college, highly educated. Her and her heathen, barbarian kids, these grown folk at the time, are fighting over stuff that you ain't even paid for. Watch this. Joseph wants to make sure whatever blessing can come by the way of his sons, that his dad does just that. I want you to zoom in. We're always so mindful to leave our kids stuff. And we took the greatest treasure to the grave with us, and that would have been a spoken blessing. Yes. The same one that was spoken over your life. He starts out in verse 5 with adoption. Did you hear him? I need you to understand something. Before verse 5, your sons are outcasts, but because of me. You had these boys in the land of Egypt before I came to you. But I want you to know something. But see, here's the problem with family issues. Christ, he should have said this. You won't say it loud. Everybody should have been in the room when he made this announcement. So see, when he dies, this becomes an issue. Rather than, before Daddy died, he adopted my two sons. I didn't hear it. I believe you lying. We ain't never liked you no way. So it would just be you to try to have your jacked up sons into the family. We already got family issues. We need your half-breed kids in here too. Watch this. Watch this. But listen at it. Your sons are now mine. So when you move forward, what you will discover is there is not a tribe of Joseph. Never has been. What we instinctively say are the 12 tribes of Israel. If you want to be technical, it's actually 13. But if you want to be literal, Joseph's tribe, his portion, was split in two between his two sons. Manasseh is the oldest, Ephraim is the youngest, but when you look at the portion, Ephraim, the younger, got a bigger part than Manasseh. Watch this. They're mine, just like Reuben and Simeon. Now, let's understand covenant and let's understand culture moving forward. So now, what about the rest of the kids that I have? See, you need family instruction. Watch what he says in verse 6. I should have charged you for this, but I'm going to get you for free.
But other sons who may be born after them shall be your own.
Did you hear him? English.
Cut them off. Yeah.
I ain't responsible for them.
Yeah.
Whatever inheritance they get, that's got to come from you. I don't care where they live, how they live, I ain't responsible for them. But these two boys right here, I'm responsible for them. So whatever inheritance God has given me, I'm making provisions for them. Watch this. Watch this. So whatever else you're going to have after that, that's your, keep reading.
And they shall be called after the names of these two brothers, and reckoned as belonging to them when they come into their inheritance.
Yeah, not this one. And then he goes on to explain what happened to his mom. Now I want to drop down to verse 8. Watch this. Let's examine the blessing in the few minutes we have left. The real blessing. Come on.
When Israel, almost blind, saw Joseph's sons, he said, "Whose are these?" And Joseph said to his father, "They are my sons, whom God has given me in this place."
Come on.
And he said, "Bring them to me, I pray you, that I may bless them."
Which is why we're here in the first place. When we started the chapter, he got word that his father was sick. I can't let him die without blessing my sons. All right? Now, let's examine this. Look at verse 10.
Now Israel's eyes were dim from age, so that he could not see. And Joseph brought them near to him, and he kissed and embraced them.
Verse 11 starts the blessing. Now, watch this carefully.
Israel said to Joseph,
Did you notice how in the reading, go back to verse 1. I need you to keep up now. It's way more going on than you keeping up. Someone told Joseph, your father's sick. When he gets there, what happened in verse 2?
Someone told Jacob his son was there.
Watch this. What did Jacob do in verse 2?
Nothing.
Because he died.
Yeah.
What did the verse say?
Israel gathered to strengthen himself.
Because guess who had the blessing?
Israel.
See, Price, even as an old man when we die, people may know and recognize the Jacob, but it's an Israel in there somewhere. He may not be active or have been activated in years, but it's one in there. Watch this. Israel collected his strength. That's who sat up in the bed. Watch this. But we just having a conversation. You see in verse 3, Jacob said to Joseph, come on. All this just regular conversation. Yeah, I remember, and your two sons, come on, yeah, all of that. But other sons, yeah. As for me, yeah, your mama died, I buried her on the side of the road, whatever that. But now look at verse 8. A shift occurred. Because see, it's blessing time. And what you need, Jacob ain't got.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I like this. When Israel almost blind, because you don't have to see the blessing. Verse 10, Israel's eyes
were dim from age, so that he could not see, and Joseph brought them near to him. He kissed and embraced them.
Watch this. 11.
Israel said to Joseph, I had not thought that I would see your face, but see, God has shown me your offspring also.
See, that's the goodness of God. And our parents will say that. I think I lived to see you get grown. But our parents have lived to not only see us get grown, see us have kids. That's what he said. I thought you were dead. Now God has not only blessed me to see you, I done seen your sons. 12, here it comes.
Then Joseph took the boys from his father's embrace, and he bowed before him with his face to the earth.
Here he comes.
Then Joseph took both boys, Ephraim with his right hand toward Israel's left, Manasseh with his left hand toward Israel's right, and brought them close to him.
That make sense? The right hand is the power hand.
Yeah.
According to Joseph, he angles them so that Manasseh is at Jacob's right hand side, and Ephraim, the younger boy, is at the left hand side, so that he can bless them like that. Make the greater blessing come on the older one, and whatever you got left, put that on Ephraim. All right? Now, watch 14.
And Israel reached out his right hand and laid it on the head of Ephraim, who was the younger, and his left hand on Manasseh's head, crossing his hands intentionally, for Manasseh was the firstborn.
Did you make sense? The way he brought the boys, he should have did this.
Right.
But what he wound up doing was he did this. Not because he couldn't see.
Mm-hmm.
Getting me out of trouble because the life I chose to live, I kept getting in trouble. And God himself had to keep coming. He said himself, how many times?
10.
Redeem means you created a debt that you couldn't pay. Watch this. The redeeming angel, that is the angel, the redeemed, not a created being. Let me put all this mumbo jumbo talk. Let me give it to you straight, son. The Lord, did you see it? He had to keep paying for my foolishness. He redeemed me continually from every evil. And newsflash, judging on how you done married this foreign woman and she done put all type of Egyptian culture in these kids, there's some foolishness on their trail too. Now you talk about a blessing. The same God who delivered me time after time after time, that's the spoken blessing I'm putting on your foolish kids right now today.
Wow.
Good.
You talk about a blessing. Can you imagine a grandfather, a grandmama, a parent in their old age before they die saying, now son, see you're a little young hoe. I'm an old hoe. I've been doing this a long time. But God been keeping me. That's the only reason why I'm able to talk to you today, son.
Mm-hmm.
The same type of God that's been keeping me as an old one is going to keep you as a young one and maybe help you to get to be an old one.
Yeah.
I kept those.
Watch this. See, you laughing, but you don't know what a change of life. To have parents have real talk with you like that.
Right. That's right.
Tell you
I
about
don't care what you think about it. I didn't do everything right. Did you hear? The Lord had to continually rescue me from evil because I was always getting into stuff.
Right.
Watch this. Your son's going to do it too. But they're going to do it with this blessing on their life.
All right.
See, you're looking, but you ain't listening, y'all. You try to act funny when you hear your kids was supposed to be at the library and they was at the club. Like you went everywhere. You told your parents you was going. And you allowed all day long. And we just grateful that we lived through it and didn't get caught. Well, our parents didn't see it, but God did.
Yeah.
Watch this. He said that same, you ain't just going to disregard them and cut and act a fool. Different culture, different time. And it's a blessing that, along with so many things, that has to be passed down. Last few verses as we get to the end of this chapter. It was important that the blessing that God had placed on the old man now be passed down to his son and enable him to pass a blessing to his sons. 21 and 22 of chapter 48, and we're done.
And Israel said to Joseph, behold, I am about to die, but God will be with you and bring you again to the land of your fathers. Moreover, I have given to you, Joseph, one portion, Shechem, one mountain slope, more than any of your brethren, which I took, reclaiming it out of the hand of the Amorites with my sword and with my bow.
You didn't know about that. He said, I conquered something. But I've been keeping it a secret so that your brothers won't fight about it. but that part belonged to you. Did you see it? And this must have been some piece of something. I've given you this portion more than any of your brethren. Now they got stuff.
They ain't got what you got.
Y'all watch this. When he conquered that, that was before the time when he thought Joseph was dead. He was prepared to take that information to the grave. Because he had reserved it for Joseph, and if he wasn't going to get it, nobody was going to get it. I can't tell you how much stuff is in a grave right now.
Right.
Because for various reasons, the one who I wanted to have didn't get it. And wasn't going to let nobody else have it. But it didn't go to the grave. I reserved this for you. Wow. It's not in Hebrews, but now, when you go home, just for your amusement, now in chapter 49, he has a talk with all 12 of these sons. You talk about real talk. Woo! Watch this. Go to 49. We got 2 minutes. That's another thing that hurts our kids. We have the nerve to die and won't have a real conversation with them. All right? And some of the real conversation is the reason why they ain't fertilized is because who produced them ain't.
Yeah.
Yeah. Watch this.
And Jacob called for his sons. And
Come here, y'all boys.
Gather yourselves together around me, that I may tell you what shall befall you in the latter or last days.
This is what's going to happen to y'all based on how y'all been living. Come on.
Gather yourselves together and hear, you sons of Jacob, and hearken to Israel, your father.
Now watch this. He finna go right down the line. This the meaning he should have had when he adopted Manasseh and Ephraim. But he had a conversation here. Come on.
Reuben, you are my firstborn, my might, the beginning, the first fruits of my manly strength and vigor. Your birthright gave you the preeminence in dignity and the preeminence in power.
All of that went with him. But see, that was a great blessing. See, it was too heavy. He couldn't handle it. Watch this.
But unstable and boiling over like water. You should not excel and have the preeminence of the firstborn.
Why? Why not?
Because you went to your father's bed, you defiled it. He went to my couch.
He slept with one of his daddy's concubines. Did you see that? He said, go back to 3. That's why I tell you to reach in your spare time. Man, you should have been everything. My strength, my vigor, you had the birthright. Dignity, preeminence, and power. You were supposed to be the boy of boys. But when the dust settled, you ain't about nothing. You weenie deenie. He said you was unstable as water. I don't care what you put your hand to. Listen at the daddy. You shall
not excel.
What is that?
You ain't going nowhere.
You're going to start 20 business ventures and ain't none of them going to amount to nothing. You are not going to excel because you ain't no good. And the reason you're not going to excel is because of a past act that you will not come to grips with. You was wrong. You ain't admitted you was wrong. You ain't confessed it because you thought that nobody know it.
Wow.
Come on.
All the women in the, why would you pick your dad's concubine? I mean, you know,
Because she was fine.
okay, I'm sure it was all fine with the two. You
Because
know,
manly strength and vigor.
I
That's
just
why.
wouldn't, why would you do that?
It's unstable.
Because, first of all, you have to be a boy to understand.
Facts.
The same reason why, as you're growing up, your daddy says something to you, and you step to him. Because something in your mind done said, I'm a man just like he is. And you go from the belt whooping, oh, you a man? Well, come on, son. Come on and get some. And then you go, tell your daddy, put them hands on you. Well, see, yeah, y'all challenge mama, but it's in a different way. But all kids do it. And so I'm sure, hey, you know, I'm a man. You know, he got these wives and stuff, the concubines. He don't need all these extra women nowhere. It ain't just but one. Yeah.
Look what it cost him.
Yeah, but of course you don't ever know it at the time. All right? We're at the time. And then, yeah. I mean, he goes, it ain't, now he speaks well of a few of these boys. But by and large, he just took out a big knife. And just went to cutting from one to the next. Yeah.
Let me read this.
Well, just fine. We got time. Watch this.
Simeon and Levi
They were together.
are brothers, equally headstrong, deceitful, vindictive, and cruel.
Listen up to Daddy.
Their swords are weapons of violence. O my soul, come not into their secret council.
Don't fool with these boys.
Unto their assembly, let not my honor be united. For I knew nothing of their plot, because in their anger they slew man and honored man, Shechem and the Shechemites, and in their self-will they disabled oxen. Cursed be their anger.
That's enough. Yeah, you just keep going on.
Wow.
These boys ain't no good. Now, I want you to hear the Daddy.
Here's a
All
good
right.
one. 8 is a good one.
Yeah, we can't read that well past time. Go back to 5.
Yeah.
Watch this. Simeon and Levi are brothers.
Equally.
Listen at the Daddy.
Equally headstrong.
Not just that.
Deceitful. Equally vindictive.
And
Equally cruel.
watch this. I don't care how much money they make. I don't care how fine they are. Women be advised. If you date one of these boys, this is what you gonna wind up with. Now, but see, here's the problem. When you meet Levi and Simeon, where's Jacob? He gonna be dead by then. Yeah. And see, even living, you don't even think that. Yeah, we're really out of time. This wasn't a whole lot of things. One of the things my dad told me, he said, when you find a girl you think you like, he said, don't even talk to her. Go find her mama. He said, and talk to her mama. Because if you can't get along with her mama, that's what she finna be in a few years. Yeah. And so, yeah, if you fussing and fighting with the mama, newsflash. Well, see, I don't know what he told my sister, but that's what he told me. And so when you meet somebody, I don't care how fine she is, and her mama come run through the house hollering and cussing and all that, see, that should be a signal to you. If this what you want in your house, you might want to move around. So yeah, see how important it is? This is the daddy giving you the real 411 on all 12 of his sons. Their swords are weapons of violence. These boys are cruel. See, the one problem, the Shechemites, the man's son raped their sister. And the daddy didn't do nothing. These two boys said, listen, we can't trade with y'all and stuff. Y'all need to be circumcised. The man said, hey, you know what, they got all the money and stuff. Let's go and get circumcised so that we can trade it. We can have their daughters and they can have our sons. While they were recovering from circumcision, these two boys killed every man in town. That's for raping the sister. But you saw that last part, it said, and you hamstrung the oxen. They just did that for fun. See, and that's the problem. See, we meet Levi and Simeon and we think, oh man, these are good. These boys go to church. These niggas is crazy. Church and all. Yeah. Oh, you think because he go to church? Oh, he got a good job. Oh, yeah. Oh, he got a six-pack. Yeah, that's because he's doing sit-ups to knock you upside your head when you go against what he said. Did you hear what the man said? Oh, he's so fine, but he headstrong. What is that in English? And you get him in the ball. You can't tell him nothing. I'm going to change him. You're going to get changed. Yeah, deceitful, vindictive, and cruel. I can't believe how mean you are. That's how I was when you met me. But see, we ain't looking for that. And so the daddy has stuff on the rest of these boys. So see, when you read this, see as a mom, as a parent, you got sons, you got daughters, you got to say, oh Lord, May you give me greater insight. I can't stop my daughters from being married, but I don't want to marry nobody like that. And if my son is like that, may you save my son. May you change my son that he not be like these boys and ruin some girl's life. Father, we thank you and we praise you for this Sabbath school lesson. Thank you so much for the Father's blessing, that he received it from his dad, he passed it on to his son, that his son might pass it on to his sons. I thank you that there's a spoken blessing over everyone in this room. And when the day and time comes, may we be mindful to give our children and grandchildren the greatest thing we ever could, and that is the knowing that God has been a keeper, a protector, a leader, and a feeder. And if you let that same God that has been a keeper to me keep you, your life will be all right. You get all the glory, the honor, and the praise. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen, amen, amen.